legislative days to revise and extend their remarks on the legislation and to insert extraneous material on H.R. 1949.
Without objection.
Mr. Speaker, I yield myself as much time as I may consume.
The gentleman is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In February 2016, the first cargo of LNG, U.S. LNG, set sail from the lower 48, making the United States a natural gas exporter for the first time since the 1960s. Since then, exports have increased from 5 billion cubic feet per day in 2016 to nearly 12 billion cubic feet per day in 2024, making U.S. the global leader in LNG in less than a decade. U.S. LNG has played an undeniably important role in providing affordable, abundant, and clean energy to the world. This could not have been more evident than in 2022 when Russia invaded Ukraine, disrupting global commodity markets and leaving Europe without secure access to energy. Immediately, for our friends in Europe, the U.S. producers began sending cargoes of American gas to the continent to fuel their economies and heat their homes, helping some of our most important global allies and friends. However, in January 2024, the Biden-Harris administration announced an illegal and indefinite ban on new export authorizations, all in the name of vaguely stated climate change goals. Current law is clear, requiring a statutory presumption in favor of exports are in the public interest. Plus, the vast majority of studies show that not only do LNG exports bolster our energy security, they also help maintain low domestic natural gas prices for Americans. The Biden-Harris administration action not only jeopardized our European allies, it threatened the faith and credibility of American companies' contracts, emboldened Russia and other nefarious actors, and created uncertainty for domestic producers of natural gas. H.R. 1949, the Unlocking Our Domestic LNG Potential Act, would ensure this catastrophic policy decision is never made again by removing DOE from the statutory authorization process. This legislation maintains the President's authority to impose sanctions on foreign governments, prohibiting imports or exports if justified. Free trade, open markets, and competitions have resulted in the U.S. emerging as a global energy superpower, and lifting these restrictions will help maintain this dominance at a time it is needed most. I urge all my colleagues to support H.R. 1949. I can tell you, a meeting with a couple of years ago at the highest levels of the German government saying we need American LNG gas to rain down on us because of what was going on in Eastern Europe and Ukraine. High natural gas prices around the world, they fund the Russian army because that's how they fund their army. Not that friends are buying from them, but as the world price goes higher, the Russian price goes higher from the people who do choose to buy from them. And so we're not talking about affecting those people. The president needs to have the authority. But what we're talking about is our friends and our allies who are dependent on us. And I worry about what we do here in our country, but also America cannot cut itself off from the rest of the world and have our friends and allies look elsewhere to other people for the natural gas they need to run their economy, because they will do so if we don't step in and do this at this time. And thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I'll reserve the balance of my time.
Gentleman reserves. Gentleman from New Jersey.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.